Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. So, this is what everyone's been asking. Who is better, Stephen Curry or Russell Westbrook? Now I'm gonna sit here and I'll tell you this right now. This is a very hard debate. Now, I'm gonna just provide y'all information on both of these damn players, because both of these players are amazing. I mean, if you, whoa, my voice cracked like hell out there. Because both of these players are amazing. All right, Russell Westbrook's doing his thing. This dude averaged a triple-double last season. I'm pretty sure he's close to averaging one this year as well. He probably will average one for the next few years of his career, which is ridiculous. Stephen Curry is being normal Stephen Curry, averaging 30 with his eyes closed, shooting 50, 40, 90 now. I'll sit here and I'll tell you guys this right now. Who's better though? Okay, because when you talk about point guards, both of these players are at the top. You have Curry and Westbrook, and then you have everyone else. I'm sorry, but that's the damn truth. John Wall is about to be up there because this dude is a monster. He started season 3-0. You see this boy dominating, man? This man. You see this man dominate? Ooh, I'm telling you, man, this dude is a beast. Dame Dolla's a beast. Chris Paul, he's slowing down because he's getting older, but he's still a beast. And he's one of the best point guards in NBA history. I'll tell you that right now. Top 10 with his eyes closed. But Stephen Curry and Russell Westbrook. Now, here's the thing that most people don't understand is they're two completely different players. Two completely different players. Russell Westbrook, now, before we get into that, let's talk about what they can achieve by themselves. So when Russell Westbrook was by himself, no superstar help, okay, because now he is Melo. No superstar help, and he has an all-star in Paul George. With no superstar help, he averaged a triple-double, and most people, I didn't even think they would make the playoffs. But what were they, like the 5th, 6th seed, 4th seed? No, they weren't 4th. Utah was 4th. They're like 5th or 6th seed in the Western Conference. I sound like I have a lisp. The 5th or 6th seed. You guys don't know I have a speech problem by now because the stuttering Steve. I stutter all the time, like Anyway, so he went to like the 5th or 6th seed without Kevin Durant, and I didn't even think they were gonna make the playoffs. The dude had a triple-double. I mean, it was ridiculous. He averaged 32, 11, and 10. It was really 31.6, 10.7, 10.4, but let's just round up to 32, 11, and 10. All right, absolute ridiculous numbers. However, here's something that Stephen Curry has over Russell Westbrook. We'll get into that in a second. Now, Stephen Curry with no superstar help. Now, I'm not gonna sit and act like he never had help because he had Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, both all-stars. But can we be real for a second? If we take Stephen Curry off of this Golden State team, you think Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are still all-stars? We're talking about Stephen Curry from 2015-16. Do you really think he's still an all-star? Come on now, let's be real for a second. Okay, at the end of the day, Stephen Curry led his team to a 73-9 record, the best. He had the best season one of the best seasons in NBA history. Okay, 50, 40, 90, breaking his own records, best shooter in NBA history. Okay, so you have Russell Westbrook, who's dominant at all assets of the game, and you have Stephen Curry, who's dominant at most assets of the game. They're both not that great on defense, but besides that, they're both dominant. But Stephen Curry led his team further, right? But at the same time, when you talk about par for par, Russell Westbrook does more on the floor, so you have to be better, right? But then at the same time, you have to think like Stephen Curry is more efficient, and his team wins more. But he also had more help, so you have to look at it that way. Because now this is the first time ever we're seeing Russell Westbrook with a team of his own, you know, with help around him. He has one of the greatest players of all time in Carmelo Anthony helping him out. He has a solid all-star in Paul George helping him out. So he has help now. This is the first year we're seeing Russell Westbrook with help, so we can't jump to those type of conclusions. But what we can do,
Steve, what are you talking about? Always bringing up Melo.
Yes, I always bring up Carmelo Anthony. I can't. How can I not? That's like me. That's like someone asking me, name 10 things. Name the 10 faces of the NBA. You really think Melo's name ain't gonna come up in that? The 10 faces of the league. You got LeBron, you got Curry, you got Russ, you got KD, you got... I said Curry already. You got Kawhi, you got Melo, you got James Harden. I mean, come on. Those are the faces of the damn league. Now, see, I'll tell you this right now. Stephen Curry, man. People last year, they look at Curry like, oh, he's not that good anymore. Come on. Come on. He was playing behind Kevin Durant. What do you expect? Okay, but when Kevin Durant got injured and Stephen Curry was playing by himself, the team played better. They won more games. They went on a win streak, and he was putting up historic numbers. And this season so far, he's averaging 29 points. All right, so both of these two damn players, man. I mean, it's so tough because if you would ask me, who would I pick or who would I draft first? Let's say we rewind all the way back to what year was Russ drafted? 08, 09. What year Steph drafted? 08, 09. Let's say 08. They're both drafted in 08. Let's say I'm gonna stop the camera. Hypothetically, they're both drafted in 2008. So we rewind nearly a decade. About to be, damn man, I'm getting old, bro. I'm only 20, but damn. Anyway, we rewind one decade. Who would I draft? That's tough as hell. How you gonna put me through this type of situation? Because both of these players are the best, and this is just off pure skill. Okay, because efficiency is skill. So the skill set, you have Russell Westbrook who can do everything. He'll pass, he'll rebound, and he'll score, and he's unguardable. Then you have Stephen Curry, who will score, rebound, not on the level of Russ, but he'll still give you like 4 rebounds per game. Then he'll give you around 7 assists per game. Alright? So we're talking about someone that's going to average 35 and 7, 30 points per game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Or someone that's going to average 30, 10 and 10. But at the same time, you have the dude who's averaging like 30, 10 and 10, very inefficient, 41% from the field shooting, not really great at 3-point shots. But then you have Stephen Curry, who doesn't rebound or pass as much, but he counts by 3 and he shoots 50, 40, 90. You know, so I mean, this could go both ways. I mean, real talk, this could go both ways. I mean, I could understand if you sit here and say Russell Westbrook, but then again, I can understand if you say Stephen Curry, because the facts support Curry. But you can't just say Curry because we've never seen Russell Westbrook with his own team with help. Because last year, his team was still in playoff. They were still doing well in the playoffs. You know, they made like 5th or 6th seed. Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double. He was doing his thing. All right, and I didn't even expect them to make the play. I mean, I made probably 3 or 4 videos last year saying they're not making the playoffs. They're not. Okay, I even said the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be irrelevant. All right, they make the playoffs. Then they sign one of the greatest players of all time in Carmelo Anthony. Then they sign a solid all-star in Paul George. And what do we have? We have people saying that they're championship contenders, which they are. Okay? But then at the same time, you look at that and you're like, okay, that's an argument for Russ. But then you look at the second best player in the world, Kevin Durant, left Russ to go play with Steph. So when you look at it from that perspective, 50, 40, 90, and then you look at the triple-double, it's like, how do I freaking choose? How do I choose? But then you look at Stephen Curry, 73 and 9. Then you look at Russell Westbrook with absolute no help, still making the playoffs, even after the second best player in the world leaves him. Yeah, I mean, damn, why y'all put me through this, man? If I pick Russell Westbrook, there's gonna be people crying. If I pick Stephen Curry, there's gonna be people crying. I can't win in this situation. I can't win in this situation. But I'll sit here and I'll tell you this right now. Oh crap! I dropped the camera. I'll sit here and I'll tell you this right now. If I were to have a draft and I were to pick right now, damn man, yo. Purely just based off drafting, I would have to go with, man. This is tough because it also depends on what your team needs and how your team is laid out. Because if you're looking at a team like what OKC was last year, if you put Steph on that team, they'd probably have the same exact record as they had with Russ. But then again, if you put Russ on the Warriors with all them shooters, they probably would have never won 73 games. Yes, it really depends on what you. I'll say that. I'll be real political with my answer. If I have a team with maybe 1 or 2 good shooters, a few good defenders, and that's it, I'll go with Russell Westbrook. But if I have a team filled with shooters, I'd go with Stephen Curry. That's my political answer. Because I already know if I choose one person or the other, there's gonna be people crying. And I don't really care, to be honest. But I don't want people crying. I don't want y'all to cry the same way y'all don't want me to cry. Alright, so Russell Westbrook versus Stephen Curry, who's better? The God's honest truth. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna let y'all decide, because I can't do this. Y'all already know my top 5 players in the league. But when you talk about real straight up comparisons, because that's like combining like how well your team is doing and other stuff like that. It's not just purely based off skill. Because if it were top 5 players in the league based off of skill, you already know a certain person would be on that list. I'm not gonna say that person's name, but I'm just saying a certain person would be on that list. I don't even gotta say his name because you already know who I'm talking about.
Steve, you're so biased.
Whatever. I say that, I tell you this right now. Just purely based off skill, that certain person is probably the greatest in the league. And that's facts. Because even Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman said it a few days ago, last week, but still, they still said it. But at the end of the day, the reason why I have Stephen Curry ranked third best player in the world is because of how well his team is doing and combining other stuff. But in terms of just pure skill on skill, in terms of efficiency and what they do on the court, choosing is like picking between a hot brunette and a hot blonde. You know, like, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, because on one end, those blue eyes are like, oh man. And then you look at the brown hair and those beautiful brown eyes, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm in love. So you just don't know. You know, I mean, what do you want me to do? So I'm gonna let you guys decide this because I can't choose. Honestly, I can't. Just based off pure skill, man. I mean, Steph is the best shooter. I would say Russ attacks the rim better, but Steph is more efficient. Russ does more on the court. But what bugs me out about Russ is his efficiency and his turnovers, man. That just bugs me out. And Stephen Curry, low turnovers, high usage rate, high efficiency. Does less on the floor, though. But he counts by 3 when he scores. And Russell Westbrook, it's like low efficiency, high usage rate, high turnover rate, but the dude does everything on the floor, averaging a triple-double. You know, so choosing is like, come on. So I'm gonna let y'all choose. Big man Steve, I'm out of here, man. That Mellow song is coming soon. Give me by Friday. Let me see. Yeah, give me by like Friday or Saturday, and I'll have it for you guys. Anyway, big man Steve, I'm out. Peace.